Hey everybody, this is TJ Styles with TJ Brutal Customs, and today I'm just going to go over some jetting concepts regarding the dual carbs from a VLX 600 or a VT750 Honda Shadows. If you have a VLX 600 and it was made before 2000, you probably have a dual carb bike. Not that hard to get out, just take your time, don't force anything, you don't want to break something. Sometimes when you pull these carbs out and you pull the stock jets, you're going to have two different sizes. You're going to have a larger jet and a smaller jet. You don't need to worry about getting, different jets that go up in the same increments or anything like that. Just because Honda did that to meet certain EPA regulations, and that affects the final result out of the exhaust. So don't need to worry about that. If you get a jet kit from TJ Brutal Customs, it's going to come with 3 sets of main screws and a set of pilot screws. So what you're going to want to do first is take your bowl off. I've already done that, bottom of the carb. And you've got right here, you have your main jet in an emulsion tube. And this emulsion tube has a hex head on it, and that's a 7mm head. So you're going to want to take a little 7mm box wrench, slide that down over the emulsion tube, hold it steady. Get a screwdriver here, and remove your main jet. Be very careful with these. They are brass. If you force them or you're too hard on them, they will deform. Brass is extremely malleable, so just be very careful. Take out your main jet. It's going to look kind of like that. And you're going to want to replace it with a jet that comes in the jet kit. So you want to start with the smallest jet, put that back in, screw it in. And when you screw these things in, don't crank down on them. Just put them in snug. Take your box wrench off here, and now below that you're going to see a pilot jet right there. Hope you can see that in the video. Get a screwdriver, and again, be very careful with this, be very precise. Take the pilot jet out. It's going to look like this. You're going to take one of the pilot jets from the jet kit that you got from us, drop it right in here, and screw it back in. And again, can't stress this enough, be gentle with these things. I get way too many carbs in here that I open up the float bowl and everything's just mashed to hell, so please be careful. The other thing you're going to want to do before you put your bowl back on the carb is you're going to want to pull the pin and the float needle from the floats. So you can see here, this is the float, and this is the needle, which I've pressed out from this side. It's really easy to take out. A little set of pliers comes right out. Set that aside. And lift out your floats. You can see right here, that's the needle, and this is our float. Set that aside. Pull the needle out. You're going to want to look inside this and make sure there's no debris in there. There's no buildup. This is your float needle. You're going to want to inspect that. Make sure this little seat here on the end is clean, it's free of debris, and it's not deformed. If it's deformed, just go get a new one. They're really not that expensive. So now to put it back together, you're going to put your needle back onto this little tang here, a little metal tang there on the float. Slide it on there. It's pretty simple. And drop it back into the seat. And once you've done that, you take your pin, slide your pin back through the holes. You can do it with your fingers. You don't actually need a special tool. And it's not going to be pressed in, or shouldn't be difficult to get out. If it is, get a small drift and gently tap it out. There you go. All put back together. Take your bowl, put it back on top here, Allen key, and screw it back in. I'm not going to do all 3 just because I don't really have time for that. Now on the top of the carb here, you can see I've taken out the slide, pulled off the slide cover, and inside we have a slide with a diaphragm. And this is our needle sticking out of the bottom. We also have a spring here. What you're going to want to do is take a 8mm, I believe it is. I didn't bring it over the table. 8mm, I was right. A little 8mm nut driver. Go down over this little plastic piece in the bottom here. Turn it. It's like an 1/8 of a turn. Hold the needle, and you will have this little piece. Got a little spring on it. So if you are going to put one of the washers on your needle to lift the needle up a little bit, which are included in the pack or the jet kit that you get from us, you may want to clip this little post in the center here. This post might stick up too far. So just get some dikes, clip off about 1/8 of an inch, take the little spring, press it back on, and there you go. It stays on by itself. So now you have your needle down here. What you're going to want to do is let it fall out, catch it, and you're going to want to slide one of those little brass washers over the bottom of the needle like this, from the pointy end on. Once it's on there, you put it back through the bottom of the slide, pull it through. The easiest way to get this little thing back inside the slide is to set it on top of the nut driver and put the slide over it. There you go. I hope you can actually see in there. You're going to take your slide once you're done with all that, put it back inside your carburetor. Make sure that your needle, all the way in here, goes into your needle jet. So you may need to rotate the slide a little bit so you can use your finger to manipulate it to get inside the needle jet. There's going to be a little tab on the diaphragm right here. Orient that with the corresponding tab, which would be right here, on the carburetors. Spin it around a little bit here, set it in. Make sure nothing's folded or bent. Take the spring, set the spring back inside the slide. Take the the slide cover, put it back on top. We get one of our bolts here. And we're going to screw this back in. Oh, wrong Allen key. So now once you put everything together and you've got your new jets in, you've shimmed your needle with one shim, first thing you want to do is address your air-fuel mixture screws. You've got one over by your throttle right here. I don't know if you can see where my screwdriver's pointing, right there. You have another one on the other side of the carburetors right here. So if you haven't done anything with your bike, there may be a little tiny eraser-sized, pencil eraser-sized aluminum plug. What you're going to want to do is get a tiny drill bit, drill a small hole in it, just till you break through it. Don't go very deep. Get a wood screw, turn the wood screw in about 1 or 2 threads, get a wrench, and just pull it out. It should come out pretty freaking easy. Another way to do it is get a bolt extractor, drill the small hole, and use the extractor to pull it right out. What you're going to find in there is a tiny slotted brass screw. That's your air-fuel mixture screw. What you're going to want to do is turn it all the way in, seat it very gently, because it is brass, and if you smash the thing in, it's going to deform it, and it's not going to work right. You're going to turn it all the way in gently, turn it out 1.5 turns. Start there with your jetting. Put the carbs back on the bike. You can reach the air-fuel mixture screws once the carbs are on the bike. Take the bike for a ride. See how it runs. This will adjust the air-to-fuel ratio. To turn it out is to get the air-fuel mixture more rich. Turning it in leans the mixture out. So I hope this has answered any questions you have regarding the dual carb models for the VLX 600 and the VT750. We make a lot of different products for these bikes. We actually make velocity stacks for the dual carb models, 750s and 600s.